right, the long route journey have started for the Super Falcons of Nigeria after they crash out of the AFCON. You know, so they go play playoff to qualify for the World Cup, and they don't start against South Africa. Official, huh?
Yeah.
How you said now?
I did, Jerry.
How is everything?
All good.
Well, now once you are Super Falcon, they go to the wrong route. Before now Super Eagles, they complain for, but now Super Falcon don't join the same queue. Official, what are we expecting from this game?
Yes, we're going to be playing South Africa. So Super Falcons versus South Africa. Two OGs we get name, but in terms of football,
those.
You understand? It's nothing to write home about. You understand? Yeah. Mighty don't they follow.
They don't fall already.
But I think I will cut South Africa some slack. I see what they're trying to do. You understand? So I think eventually they will get it right. Because I saw that squad mixed with a lot of youngsters. So I would understand. I will understand why they fell short. You understand? So it's even understandable for them. They played Morocco, one of the favorites to win the WAFCON. So in a quarterfinal. So it's understandable why they lost 2-1. It's still a decent scoreline. Whereas we will play. You understand? So we play Cameroon that were never tipped to. You understand? So I think it is something that we should look at ourselves and see that yes, a lot of things is going very, very wrong. Because this is the route of the Super Eagles before. The route of the Super Eagles. And I will tell you for a fact, the trauma, if not for production's sake, if not for final also sake, I said no. I can't go through that trauma of Nigeria, DR Congo, Nigeria, Gabon, win Gabon, win DR Congo. I was like, no. Just win the match and qualify. Like Malawi did. Malawi now. First time ever. And now this is a norms for us before, but sadly, it is what it is. We're going to play South Africa at the African level before we go to the international stages for the another playoff. Because that's not a guaranteed slot.
That's not a guaranteed slot. Yes, now.
You understand?
That's why I say a long route.
Exactly. So it's a long route. This is one of many that we should expect. But South Africa first. So I don't want to talk about the many that will come through. We need to look at South Africa first. And I'll tell you for a fact, this is a rivalry. Because we and South Africa, it's a rivalry. At the Super Eagles level, at the Flying Eagles level, you understand? Even fan to fan, even as citizens, South Africa has always taken us as rivals. You understand? Of the recent one that's happening, forget the online, of the recent one that's happening in South Africa, that the Africans must leave their place, especially Nigerians. Yes, that they feel that we are doing and taking their jobs and everything. So I think so. There's all love is lost between these two said nations. You understand? So let's see how it goes eventually, but I think we'll just stick to football at this time.
Now looking at those two squad officials, I don't know if any players come across your mind that you think we should have, because these two teams have star-squadded players. Star-squadded. The South African side has stars. Likewise, the Super Falcons of Nigeria. So, do you think any players come across your mind that we should watch out for in this future?
I won't want to call them stars, because what stars do is stars qualify. So at this point of time,
we qualify now.
Yeah, so that's what I'm saying. We
don't have stars.
We don't have. If we get stars, we will qualify. But I think before we go into that, this thing we should talk about probably the head-to-head or something. Because I was looking at it when I was talking about how it's going to be a big fixture. Overall, we've met 7 times. We've met 11 times. We've won 7 and they have won 4 times. And in the last 5 meetings, they edge us. In the last 5 meetings, they have won 3. We have won 2. So in this fixture, you hardly see a draw. One must win. One must win in full time in 90 minutes. You understand? And they are familiar foes. I think we always meet them in every edition of the WAFCON. And it's understandable considering the fact that it is just 12 teams, if not for the recent expanded 16 teams now. You understand? So they always find a way to meet them either at the group stages or at the knockout stages. In our build up to win the last WAFCON, I think we met them in the quarterfinals where we win them 2-1. That's in 2025. So it's one of those things. So in the last 5 meetings, like I say, they edge us. They have won 3 and we have won 2. And if you are looking at the overall goal ratio in this fixture, I think they have won the highest goal margin, 4-2.
So technically on paper, they are better than us.
On paper and based on history, based on the nearest history, they have an edge. And I've always said you are as good as your last match. How good are we as our last match? Very, very bad. Remember, we have not even get our groove and momentum going into these games. Just be like, say, the last time I saw Super Falcons play like Super Falcons was in our friendlies. And that was against, I think, Senegal. You understand? We will count, I think, 9 goals in total, 6 in the first match, 3 in the second half. In the second match. But ever since then, we have not done anything spectacular. In the WAFCON that we have played, we played 3. We won, how many did we win? I think we won 2. Won Egypt, won
Zambia.
Won Zambia 1-0.
Egypt,
you understand? We lost Malawi.
We lost Morocco.
Exactly.
We lost to Cameroon.
We lost to Cameroon.
We lost to Malawi.
In their own side too. In the group stages, they won 1, drawn 1, and lost 1. and they lost to Morocco in the quarters. So above all, in the build-ups and everything, on paper and based on history, I think they have a strong edge over us. So talking about the squad list and what to expect for, they have a lot of players that I feel that they can hurt us. A lot of players. But there's one that particularly took my attention because in an area that we have struggled is their own area of strength. We have struggled in our back line. With them out due to red card, with O'Hale not showing glimpses of what she used to show, probably age is catching up, with Alozie being rotated from right to left back, dropping a masterclass performance this week in this fixture. The next fixture, she's found wanting and lacking, causing penalties, being booked.
From man of the woman,
understand? So a lot of things is going on in that defense, from lack of communication, from the goalkeeper not settling, question mark being raised. Is this same Chiamaka? People complain about her fitness, her overweight. She not been assured and every other thing. That is their own area of strength because they have a striker that has scored in all the matches that I've played so far in this WAFCON. She has played 4 matches from the group stages 3 and the knockout stages that is 4 matches and she has scored 4 goals. So expect a lot of
it's gonna be a tough game.
Expect a lot of things though, because she has scored 4 goals. Her name is Kangatlana. She has scored 4 goals across the 4 matches. She's a 30 years old, she's a veteran, but she knows her onions around African terrain. She plays at African League too. So I'm telling you for a fact, Dame, Tosi, Oladipo Shukurat, and Alozie has not been assuring. And there's something that people fail to understand. I know that defense and the goalkeeper will take the bulk of the blame, but it has to do with the DM in the front of that defense that is not complementing the you understand? Because DM, that's why they call it defensive midfield. All defensive midfield can also play as a centre back because technically you're a defender, but you're a technical defender. That is what DM means. You're a defender, but you can play as you're a defender, but you're a technical defender. You're technically better than the defenders in terms of ball holding, ball retention, and ball possession. So we have rotated between Alimatu Ayinde in the first fixture against Malawi where we lost one of our poorest match, and we have stuck with Deborah Abiodun in the last 3 matches.
Which seems to be
yes. And Deborah, it didn't show any glimpse. Deborah Abiodun, I've said she's a mop-up midfielder, not good with the ball and everything. Okay, now, even Deborah Abiodun that is well assured in terms of defending, we are still conceding goals because all the goals we have been receiving comes from different angles. Not if it's coming from just Alozie and Oladipo Shukurat, I'll say okay. It's also coming through that same midfield. So why don't we stick with the ball playing Alimatu Ayinde, Shukurat, Alimatu Ayinde? You understand
that's the big question for
you understand that relying on a defensive midfielder that is all about pack and go, and she's not necessarily doing that distance. So Katlanga is one attacker we should watch out for. Like I said, 4 matches played and 4 goals scored. So she is one to watch out for. From the Super Eagles side, I can't pinpoint any player to watch out for. Do you know why? At the end of the day, we'll come and pinpoint player that you can watch out for. And Madugu does not feel the same. That player will not eventually be given minutes. So I've come here on numerous occasions to talk about Joe Omewa. In the 4 matches, I've always started at my predicted lineup, but Madugu has never seen to fancy her once to start. And the only minute he gave her, I think she scored a goal from the bench, and she was, you understand. So, and when he needed goals, he left it to 91 minutes before he eventually brought to Aziza Toshola. So he's not thinking in my own direction. But I'll tell you for a fact, we have a balanced squad. It's just a technical area that's a problem.
So we should watch out for Justin Madugu instead of watching out for the players.
Yeah, I think so.
We should analyze brought to the lineup. You know, I've said this thing before. Chiamaka Nnadozie has to rest. In my opinion, she has to rest because we watched her in 4 games and we didn't see the best of Chiamaka Nnadozie at all. So if I see another goalkeeper this time around, I won't think twice. You get so who are you putting at your goalkeeper?
I will change her at this point. No, this one will be consistency. She can't be consistently giving us. I don't want to use some kind of words. Nah, please, Fatima Oloko has to start. Because I've seen Fatima Oloko train. I've not necessarily seen her in a competitive match capacity.
I've watched her in the
I've seen her train. The MPFL is different from
I've watched her in the MPFL.
MPFL is different.
But you can still assess her based on that.
And that's the assessment is what brought her to the call-up list.
Super Falcons.
Yes.
Exactly, yeah.
But I've seen her train with the WAFCON team, with the Super Falcons team. At this point, I think you should drop Chiamaka Nnadozie. I will drop Chiamaka Nnadozie. I will drop her. I will drop her as the third choice. So
Fatima Oloko start for you.
Fatima Oloko start. It's not necessarily mean that Chiamaka is a bad player, but this competition is not her own at all. And if you don't get to win this match, forget about the World Cup entirely.
Yeah.
So automatically, I will start with Fatima Oloko.
Okay. Now your defensive line, who are you putting there?
Defensive line. We have talked about the inconsistency of Alozie at left back. That is not position. She doesn't know how to play there. and it shows in her game in terms of the way she defends and the way she attacks the play. Because of that, I will use Rafiat Umran, regardless of whether she's fit or not. She's fit. It's just that she's not 100% fit. But I will take a half-baked Rafiat Imran. I'll take a half-baked Rafiat Imran at that left back side. Then at that midfield now, this is where at that defense, this centre backs now, this is where I have issue now. Christy Ucheibe has to come in from me.
Crossing is not at it at all.
Christy Ucheibe has to come in from me. She has to start at that defensive pairing. Because if a team like Benfica that pays her more, that watches her train more, that get to use her more, use her as a centre back, I will put her as a centre back.
You don't even need to go for official. The last game that Demeye was red carded. We saw what she played at the centre back.
The reason why I'm even putting her as a centre back now is because she gives us extra in that defense coming into that midfield. That's what people don't understand. She gives us ball playing ability from that defense to that midfield. Because now against the Zambia side that we're red carded, we need an extra midfielder. She's slotting as a defender and a midfielder because we're seeing passes. We even add more possession than when we're complete. So Christy Ucheibe starts as centre back for me alongside Oladipo Shukurat. Those two, Damien and Ohale, they should relegate them to the bench. They are not ready because I'm going for massive overhaul in my lineup. So Oloko start as the goalkeeper for Rafiat Umran left back, Oladipo and Christy Ucheibe as centre back pairing, and Alozie as a right back.
That's total overhauling. Well, let's go to the midfield official. Now that you don't carry Christy Ucheibe, come to centre defense now. How you want to set up your midfield?
Very, very simple. It's Madugu that's complicating things. It's very, very simple. Like I said, he has the resources. He does not know how to use them. Very, very simple. Alimatu Ayinde comes back into that place if we want to play the football. Alimatu Ayinde is the best bet that we have in playing football through that midfield. So Alimatu Ayinde starts for me at the base. Very, very good base. She can dictate. She has the legs. She can dictate the tempo of the game. And how do we dictate tempo? Let us play slow. I don't know why the girls were just in hurry. Sometimes not all possession should lead to attack. That is what Spain does. Spain can retain possession just to frustrate you first before they even chase goal. But Super Falcons, after three passes, they don't launch out. Not all passes, and that is what Alimatu Ayinde does. That's what Alimatu Ayinde gives you. Good ball retention. Maintains 15, 16, 17 passes that are not even looking for goal. Then eventually the goals will come. So Alimatu Ayinde at the base. Our partner with Tony Payne. Tony Payne has to start. I don't know what is wrong with Madugu. Tony Payne has to start. Has to start at that place for me. And Jennifer Echijini. Put those two alongside Alimatu Ayinde. Watch how the game goes. Once you start those three, it shows intent to South Africa that you really want to play football. You have to force them to low block. First of all, you go force them go low block. First of all, this guy is starting technically good midfielders. Not a Deborah Abiodun that wants to defend. So from your lineup, you are setting the tempo of the game. You start Jennifer, you start on the parents, start Almanya, and anything South Africa wants to organize, they know that they have to go back because these three midfielders can play the ball, they can pick passes. Tony Payne can add to the goals, Jennifer Echini can pick passes, and Alimatu Ayinde can dictate the play. So it's as simple as that. I don't know why it's complicated.
I think I share the same opinion with you. I hope Justin Madu will share the same opinion with us this time around. Let's talk about the attackers.
It has to be Kanu.
Kanu comes for you.
Kanu starts for me. She showed glimpses of what she can do in the first half. If she gets minutes in the game, energy. And the reason I'm starting Kanu is because she's a goal scorer. I would have started as a top line, but I would like her to continue in that wing that she started.
I get the worry for front too.
Yes, so let her play off the left hand side for me. At the right hand side now, cutting in and delivering crosses. It has to be Babajide Risola. It has to be Babajide Risola. I don't know why I removed her that last match. I don't know why, but she has to start for me. She has to start for me. Then up front, Gift Monday. Gift Monday comes in.
Don't you want to try Joy Imewa this time around?
No, it's too soon. Joy Imewa gives different vibes. It gives different vibes now. If you give me Joy Imewa and Gift Monday, I will pick the two. But I will slightly pick Gift Monday ahead of Joy Imewa. So this is me now starting a Gift Monday first to read the game, to have an Arsenal on the bench. If the game is going sideways, it is easy for me to remove another midfielder and I'm putting Joy Imewa to play two up front and I can play a 4-4-2. It is very, very easy. When I remove a midfielder, you understand, I'll play two basic midfielders, then I will now have two strikers up front. Technically, I'm starting with two strikers because Kanu is a striker and Gift Monday is a striker. But Kanu is more of a goal scoring winger. Winger striker. You understand too? at the later stage, if I start all my attackers, I don't get anything to come off the bench because an option of Aziza Oshola on the bench is not really an option.
Yeah.
An option. Aziza Oshola is supposed to be coming to see out games.
So you need
like
so
I need a Joy Mewa that can surprise opponents. You understand? And that is what I'm trying to do. I need a Joy Mewa that can surprise opponents, and that is what I'm trying to do by having a Joy Mewa sit on the bench and starting a gift Monday.
Okay, official. Now, eventually, if the game is not going as you planned, since you have set up your lineup now, which player do you think can come from the bench to come and affect the game?
Yes, this is where the thing gets going because technically the game is not in my front now.
Yeah,
I will have to be in Madugu's shoes and his cap to look at the substitute. It is easy for me to say the cap is necessary now. It is easy for me to say. It's for me to sit here and say I will bring this. Not necessarily. It depends on how the game is going. Like I said, the reason why I said Joy Mewa should drop to the bench is because of how the game will eventually go. If I'm losing, I know who to bring in.
Okay.
If I'm winning, I know who to bring in. If the game is still 0-0, I should know who to bring in, and I should know who to remove. Like, but Justin Madugu was too quick to remove Babajide Sola, and at the end of the game, at the end of the day, there are a lot of spaces that if Babajide Sola was in that game, all those crosses that were delivering, that the keeper was catching, that is Babajide's stronghold. But you have removed her. You understand? So it is based on the game management I will know what to do. If the game is still 0-0 and it's now 60 minutes, I know to bring in a Joy Mewa and play for 4-2 up front. And this is the same case too. If I'm still losing 1-0, not to remove a gift Monday, but to add another striker and probably remove a midfielder. That is it. If I'm leading in 1-0, what do I need to do? I need to bring a Deborah Kante.
Come on, Mopo.
To partner up Alimatu Ayinde. Not necessarily remove Alimatu Ayinde. Remove either of the Tony Payne. Either remove the Tony Payne or the Echidini. I will just have one creative midfield, one creative spark, and have 2 DM to pivot now. You understand? To see out the game.
You don't lock the midfield without.
That is very, very easy. Now just Madugu they complicate things now. It's very, very easy now. If I'm winning 3-4-0, I know that okay, I need Aziza Oshola now to come and do a thing. So it depends on the game management, but Madugu always finds a way to complicate the whole situation.
It doesn't really.
Imagine that last time we're losing 1-0 and Madugu has to sub on the bench, and he waited in 91 minutes to bring in Aziza Oshola. So Joy Mewa was not to be found. You know, so like I said, it depends on the game, the way the game is going. If I'm losing 1-0, if I'm losing 2-0, I know what to do. If the game is evenly balanced, I know what to do. Okay. You understand? So it depends on the game management.
Lastly, before we go, what do you think the scoreline is going to be this time around?
It will be tough. Like I said, history favors South Africa of recent than it has favored Super Falcons of Nigeria. And if the Super Falcons of Nigeria before this WAFCON, I would have been going bold. But because of these performances I'm seeing, and because of the man in the ends of the affairs, as the coach Madugu, I have 0 vote of confidence in him, and I have 0 vote of confidence in this set of players' performance so far. Okay, I will say 1-1. I will go to penalties.
Penalties again. Yeah. Like the Super Eagles.
Yes. We'll go to, it's going to be a 1-1. I'll go to penalties. I can even say the scores first. Then we equalize, then we'll go to penalties.
Well, let's see other players. Thank you so much, official. So it's good to have you here.
It's a pleasure.
Well, that's our time. Let us know how you feel about this in the comment section. Don't forget to like, share, comment, and also subscribe. See you again next time. Thank you.